Hello there, and welcome back, or welcome if you're new. My name is Daphne. Thank you so much for joining me today. So we have spent so much time in the front yard. We're finally in the backyard. And what I would like to do today is to tackle this no-dig flower bed that we created several years ago. So I just want to give you a little backstory as to what we've done on the off season. So in the backyard, we had a new heating and cooling system installed, and the outdoor units are here on both sides of the home. So the large double stack unit that's here is flanking the side of the house, and I am looking for suggestions as to how I can screen it. So coming up a little later in the video, I'm going to put a couple of options up on the screen, and I would love it if you guys could give me your suggestions in the comment section, which I should go with. So for now, we're just going to be cleaning out this ornamental grass. Usually in past years, I try to cut it down in the fall, but the timing just got away from me this fall, so I wasn't able to do it. This actually was probably only one of the projects that I wasn't able to do, so I'm pretty proud of what I was able to accomplish in the fall. But as you can see, these ornamental grass, if you leave them up, they just totally blow all over the place, and they are harder to be able to cut down in the spring when all of the grass has died and turned to straw pretty much. So we're just going to get all of this out. As you saw, I used my electric hedger, and we're just going to try to cut it as far down to the ground as possible so that once the new shoots start coming up, they come up fresh all the way throughout the plant. So at first I was thinking that I would just do a wooden slat mini wall just in the front so that I can conceal the side portion of the AC. So I'm going to pop up an image of what I was thinking. I'll pop up a couple of versions of it. But before I do that, during the install of the AC, apparently we had these huge roots that were in this area. Now, I don't even know where these roots are coming from. I think it might have been the original bushes that were on the side of the house that was totally overgrown, and we couldn't even use the area where the barbecue area is now. So I'm thinking that that's where those roots came from. But I was very surprised when I started raking over here, because I've never had them exposed before. I guess when they were putting in the AC unit, they dug around and they exposed those roots. So I'm going to get my lobbers and I'm going to cut that out so that we can spread out the soil in this area and then just finish off this bed. So I'm just popping up different images. As I said, it's going to be a single screen, different variations, and then also later a trellis option. I was also thinking of not doing a wall, just doing something a little more sparse that will just have some type of vining, maybe like a star jasmine or something like that, so it'll have some type of interest. And I don't plan on making the screen too high. I just want to cover the AC because I still want to keep the side of the area open. So make sure you leave a comment down below. I'm also going to do a post on the community tab so you can vote over there as well. I would like to thank you so much for joining me today. And if this is your first time by, I just wanted to personally welcome you to the channel. If you are new here, or if you're just liking my vibe, make sure that you leave me a emoji down in the comment section. letting me know where you are and if you're doing like any type of gardening. The emoji that you can leave in the comment section can be a plant emoji if you're liking my vibe. So I have to say, I really enjoyed being outside this past week. I was able to, do a little bit of work after work each day. So you'll see a lot of outfit changes. In some cases, I just came straight home, from work, changed my shirt, and then just went outside and, did a little bit, because I am an advocate for working anywhere from 10 to 30 minutes per day and just tackling those little projects. And you will be amazed after just putting in 10 to 30 minutes just one time in your backyard, how much you're able to accomplish. You can fill up a whole lawn bag. You can clear one full spot. It doesn't have to be intimidating that you have to spend all day in your backyard and wear yourself out. It's about taking little spurts and doing things that you know is going to have impact, whether that's cleaning a spot, whether that's weeding, whether that's planting some flowers. Just get out there and do something, and you will be amazed at how it looks after you finish. So I always suggest to just tackle 10-minute, 15-minute projects at a time. So this is how nice and fresh this area looks. So this is going to be the next day, and we're going to be moving to the front. So I just wanted to give you an overview of how the grass looked. Now, this year, I don't know, I probably didn't focus in on my lawn care as much as I did previous years in the fall, because I have a lot of weeds. But before we get started with that, I just wanted to look back at our past video, which is our spring front porch makeover. That video is going to be linked in the description so that you can check that video out. I am so pleased at how the front porch turned out. So while we have that, we are going to tackle the weeds. Now, one night last week, I came out and I sprayed the weeds. I used a weed killer that's safe for the lawn. And I let it sit for a couple of days. As you can see, the weeds are totally killed. But I like to come after that and dig up the actual weeds. And that's what I'm doing here. So I'm just going around in all the areas where there was weeds. I'm hand pulling them out. I'm going to collect them. And then we're going to go in and we're going to mow the lawn. Now, the front lawn is not too bad. You'll see later how bad the lawn is. My husband had cut the lawn, I think 2 weeks ago with our electric lawnmower. So today I'm just going to be going in with the manual push mower. My lawn in the front is so small, so I try not to pull out the larger lawnmower if I don't have to. And in this case, it worked very well just using the push mower. So you'll see in a sec.
some kind of butterfly. Baby, you give me midnight. You whip up my appetite. Don't leave me high and dry. Baby, you give me ice and fire. You're channeling wind and rain. You're some kind of butterfly.
So before I get started, I always like to spray the drum with a little WD-40 just to make sure that as I'm pushing, I'm not having like a screeching sound. Everything just goes nice and smooth. And with these push behind mowers, it's really important for you to go at a good pace so that all of the clippings collect inside of the bag. I purchased this from Sears online during the pandemic, and I absolutely love it. It's my backup mower. And whenever I have a larger job, I always use the electric Cobalt lawnmower that I have.
Our hearts beat to the city streets. We began to feel the fire. We rise like tall buildings as the chemicals they take us higher. The night's young and it's just begun as she puts her hand in mine. We wanna chase the night, wanna dance to the light, pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top.
So after I mow, I always like to go in and trim. And this probably will be the last time that you'll see me using this edger. We recently picked up a Ryobi One battery operated trimmer that I have to learn how to use because I've become accustomed to this particular Black & Decker one. And I think, this is probably like my second season, and edging is coming very natural to me on this particular edger. So I just have to figure out the speed and pressure that I have to do on the Ryobi, but I'm super excited that I don't have to have the cord and that I'll have more flexibility with doing my edging. So you'll see that on some videos to come.
As we shout from the top, we're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
As I'm out in the front, I'm always, conversating with my neighbors. They know that I'm always out like doing something in the front or the back landscape, and I just absolutely love it. They sometimes come over and, ask questions, or we just talk about, gardening in general. So I really do enjoy, that part about being out on a Saturday. So when the blower comes out, I know that the portion of the project that I'm working on is coming to an end, and then we can move on to the next step.
Pull the stars from the sky, just two hearts running wild. Never sleep, never stop, as we shout from the top. We're gonna be two hearts running wild. We're gonna be. We're gonna be two hearts running wild.
So I just wanted to share this past makeover, which was my Spring 24 side path makeover. We totally revamped the space. I stained all of the pavers this nice sleek color. We put fresh mulch, we integrated the stone, and we're just enjoying the space. I'm so happy that all of the plants are just thriving. This one is a corabelle. The flowers haven't come up yet, but you can see it is perked up. The hostas have just burst and come up and flank the walkway. And I am so happy with how everything looks. So now we're coming to the backyard. As you can see, I've been spending all my time in the front yard. I have tons of high grass up along the fence line. I have no idea how grass grows there. I think when my neighbors seed on the other side, I think the grass seed comes over onto my rock wall on that side. So I always have to cut it down. But look at my grass. My grass has to be about 7 inches in some areas. I have a bunch of weeds that I have to take care of. I did a portion of this one night after work. I sprayed with the same weed killer that's safe for lawns that I did in the front, because as you can see, I have so many patches of different types of weeds throughout, some that are flowering and some that are not. So we're going to definitely tackle all of this weeds in the back. So tonight I'm just basically trying to get up all of the debris on the lawn. So you're just going to see me doing a lot of raking, picking up acorns, the large and also the smaller ones. And just, I think I collected about a full lawn bag of just waste that's on the lawn itself. In case you're new here, I just wanted to let you know my property has huge 50+ evergreen trees. So most of this that you see me raking up is the pine straw that falls from those trees in the fall and over the winter. And that collects here on the lawn. So every month or so during the off season, we get blanketed by all of the pine straw and also the acorns. So when spring comes, we really have to make sure that we get all of that up off the lawn so that the lawn can breathe and it can start, being fertilized and seeded and just, perk up for the spring season. So that's what all of this debris is. So the other day I sprayed everything, and this is how it looks after, I think it was 2 nights. So as you can see, the weed killer is definitely working. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come and I'm going to pick up the balance of the acorns that I can see and any branches, because we're then going to be going in with the lawnmower, and I don't want to run over any of the acorns. Now, because the grass is so thick, I do still have some acorns left, once I do the lawn mowing, because I just couldn't see them at that point. They were like really buried. So we're going to go in and we're going to mow the lawn down to, I think I used about a 4 setting on the lawnmower. And I really like the way that it looks for the first mow, and it's only going to get better. After I finished this, I went and I picked up some Scott's Thick and Grow, and that is a fertilizer. It's a soil neutralizer, and it also has seeds in it. So it is just going to be amazing out here. It's going to give us the boost of fertilizer that we need, and it's going to thicken up the lawn really nicely because we're also putting down some seeds. So I will be reporting back, as we start, working back here. You'll see how the grass is coming along. The lawn usually looks amazing back here, so I know that it'll rebound. I just was a little lazy this past fall and I didn't put down the treatments that I usually do, but it's no problem because revitalizing your lawn is an easy thing to do. You just have to put in the time and put down the products and the nitrogen, the phosphorus, that they thrive on. And I have come up with a technique that I really think works really well with my lawn, and also watering, and you'll have a nice lush lawn. So as I said, once the blower comes out, you know that the project is coming to an end. So I just wanted to thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that this gave you some inspiration. It definitely, I am just so amazed at how much I was able to accomplish in this last week. And I'm super excited to move on to the patio, which is going to be our next project. So stay tuned till next Sunday and you'll see how we progress with the patio. So until then, have a blessed week, and I'll see you back here on Sunday.